I hate my sister. Not because she stole my clothes. Not because she tattled on me. Not because of any typical sibling rivalry. I hate my sister because I lost my childhood the day she was born. She's 12 now. Severely autistic. Nonverbal. She requires round-the-clock care. She can't be left alone for even a moment. And when I say she's destructive, I mean violent. She destroys everything she touches. She screams. She hits. She tears apart any sense of peace. And I'm supposed to love her. I'm supposed to give up everything for her. But I never agreed to that. When she came into our world, I was 6 years old. Just a kid. A kid who wanted his parents' attention. A kid who wanted to be seen. But instead, everything began revolving around her. I remember the moment I was told I had to move out of my bedroom. I was 7. My room, my tiny safe space, was taken so she could be closer to Mom and Dad. I was sent to the basement. They said it was temporary. It wasn't. That same year, she broke every toy I owned, every last one. And every time I ran to my parents in tears, they told me to understand, to be patient, that she doesn't know any better. But I knew this: no one protected me. When I turned 14, my school issued me a laptop, a MacBook, for a big academic project. I treasured it. It felt like a gift for my hard work, something just for me. She got to it within a week, destroyed it, smashed the screen, bent the keyboard, and somehow it was my fault. I didn't hide it well enough. I should have known better. That's what they told me. They didn't even get mad at her. Just me. You know what else they expected of me? Everything. If they needed help with her, I had to drop everything. If they had to run to the store, I was the default babysitter. If they wanted a break, I was the one on call. Plans with friends didn't matter. I wasn't allowed to turn off my phone, not even to enjoy a movie. I was 16 the day I finally went to see the new Spider-Man film with some friends. For once, I felt like a normal teenager. I silenced my phone, turned it off, sat down in the theater, and felt free. When I came home, I was grounded because I hadn't been available, because they tried to call me, because she'd had a meltdown and I wasn't there to help. I was punished for not being her emergency support system. That's when I realized I wasn't a son anymore. I wasn't even a sibling. I was a caretaker, an unpaid, untrained, unwilling caretaker. And they never even said thank you. It all came to a head the week I was chosen to give a speech at school. I'd worked hard for that moment. I was proud, nervous, hopeful. My parents promised they'd be there. They didn't come. Another meltdown, another excuse. That night, I sat on my bed and stared at the speech I had printed out, still trembling from standing on stage alone, looking into the crowd, hoping for their faces, but they never arrived. No congratulations, no hugs, no photos, just silence. And I swallowed the disappointment again. Then came the moment everything cracked. We were sitting at the kitchen table. Dad made some offhand joke, one of those comments that pretends to be funny but isn't. He said I should go into a career that pays well. That way, when they're gone, I can afford to take care of her. I laughed. At first, but then something in me broke. I looked at him, and I just snapped. I screamed. I sobbed. I told him everything. Everything I'd swallowed for the past 12 years. That it's always been about her. That I've never mattered. That I've been nothing more than a slave in this house. That I never agreed to this. To give up my life for someone else's. That I'm not their backup parent. That I'm not a safety net. That I'm not her future. I told them I hated her, Then I locked myself in my room. And they didn't even come to check on me. No knock on the door. No footsteps down the hall. Just silence. But for once, I didn't feel invisible. I felt angry. Loud. Unapologetically loud. Hours passed. Eventually, they did come to talk. I couldn't open the door. Couldn't speak. Just cried. Asked them to leave. And you know what? They did something they've never done before. They listened. They arranged for me to go stay with my grandfather for a while, to give me space, to breathe, to think. And I realized something else. I don't hate her. Not really. She didn't choose this life. She didn't choose to be born this way. She's not the one who neglected me. She's not the one who blamed me. She's not the one who failed me. My parents did that. My anger, my resentment. It wasn't about her. It was about being erased. I was never allowed to be a kid. I was never allowed to be selfish. To say no. To say I don't want to. I had to be available. Responsible. Ready. Always. But no more. This week we're going to sit down and talk. And really talk. Not scream. Not guilt. Just talk. And maybe something will change. Or maybe it won't. But now I know what I want. I want a life. My own life. So, am I the asshole? This is the AITA Story Vault. And that was one of the rawest, most gut-wrenching stories we've ever featured. Let's be clear. Nobody chooses to be born with severe disabilities. And nobody chooses to be born as the sibling of someone who is. But too often, in families with special needs, the burden doesn't fall evenly. It falls silently. On the child who seems the most capable, the most normal, the one who doesn't scream, the one who doesn't break things, the one who swallows their pain. This story reminds us that trauma isn't always loud. Sometimes it's invisible. It's in the missed birthdays, the broken laptops, the empty seats at the school auditorium, and yes, in the quiet moments when a teenager wonders if they'll ever be allowed to live a life of their own. If you've ever felt erased, neglected, or forced into a role you never asked for, you are not alone. And if you're a parent listening right now, ask yourself, are both of your children truly being seen? We want to hear from you. Have you ever been expected to carry a weight that wasn't yours? Have you ever been told you're strong when all you wanted was to be held? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, empathy starts at home. And sometimes, love means letting go of the roles we were never meant to play. This is AITA Story Vault. We don't just tell stories. We unlock the ones no one else dares to share.